Hey y'all, it's Jared from the Grab Some Popcorn podcast, here to do a standalone review for y'all. Today we got Primate. It's the new horror movie, one of the first releases for 2026. It's directed by Johannes Roberts and it's starring Johnny Sequoia. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But alright, let's get right into the review. So Primate starts off pretty slow. We're introduced to Lucy, that's our main character, who's coming home from the first time in a while. Right away, there's a little tension about this. Everyone seems upset with her, but the movie doesn't really explain why or where she's been. I assume she's a college student. I didn't really see why this was a big deal as kids go to college, but nonetheless. The main friend group includes Lucy, her younger sister, her best friend, a guy Lucy clearly has a crush on, and another girl Lucy doesn't like. Again, for reasons that aren't explained, a lot of the movie seems to lean on unexplained drama with the characters. I guess to make them seem a little bit more interesting, but nothing really pans out about any of it. They all head to Lucy's dad's place since he'll be away for the weekend promoting some big book deal. Once there, they do typical young adult stuff, drinking, smoking, hanging out, and trying to figure out what they're going to do with the weekend without supervision. Meanwhile, there's a pet monkey in the house being cared for. This actually ties back to a scene shown at the very beginning of the movie that didn't really make sense at first, but now it does. We learn that the monkey was bitten by a mongoose that likely had rabies, which explains why he attacked the caretaker, and for me, this is where the movie starts to peak. The monkey turns violent near the pool, attacking two members of the group, which draws everyone else outside. Things escalate quickly, and during the chaos, the monkey bites Lucy's little sister on the leg, causing a critical injury. They all jump into the pool because one of them says monkeys can't swim, which essentially traps them inside the pool. This part really annoyed me because at one point the monkey climbs to the other side of the pool, creating a perfect opportunity for someone to escape and get help. Instead, the guy in the group decides to push the monkey off the poolside cliff. Apparently forgetting that monkeys can climb, he's immediately thrown over the ledge and dies. While this is happening, Lucy's dad receives a text from a vet saying that the mongoose that bit the monkey tested positive for rabies. For some reason, he completely dismisses this with no real explanation, and the scientist just agrees to retest. Eventually, the dad does start to worry and leaves the event early to head home. After a few more deaths, it's just Lucy and her sister left. Lucy decides to leave the pool area around the same time her dad arrives at the house. As the monkey locks on to Lucy's father, Lucy steps in and the monkey goes after her instead. The father has no idea what's happening because he's deaf. Lucy shares a brief moment with the monkey, whose name is Ben, where it also seems like he's regained some humanity. But of course he hasn't because he has rabies. The movie characters kind of forget that multiple times during the third act. Ben attacks again, and Lucy's little sister, who has been unconscious for like the last 40 minutes of the movie, suddenly wakes up, distracts Ben, and leads him on a chase. Ben eventually gets Lucy, but the father finally enters the scene and blows a whistle he uses to calm Ben down. It works for about 2 seconds, but again, rabies, and Ben attacks the father. Ben is temporarily stopped when the father smashes him with a wine bottle, but he's not really dead. He makes one final charge at Lucy, which she tosses him off the balcony, and he lands on some sharp wood below, finally killing him. My final thoughts for this movie: overall, it was just okay. I can see why it got a January release. The characters aren't very interesting, and they make a lot of dumb decisions. It's never clearly explained why, we know why Lucy left, but it's never really clearly explained, like the little tension that they built up in the beginning of the movie, why any of the, means justify the cause. It's also never explained why Lucy has an issue with the best friend inviting the other girl over. Just felt like fake drama added to create tension, and I found it unnecessary in the movie. The monkey is easily the best part of the movie. Every scene involving him is the most engaging. The most tense moments are when Lucy and her friend hide in the closet, and when the monkey rips off one of rips the jaw off of one of the guys in the house. Other than that, not too much happens. I give this movie a 4 out of 10. I wouldn't really recommend it unless you're a hardcore horror fan. If you're one of the horror fans that goes to see all the horror movies no matter what, or if you like, I don't know if this would be considered a monster movie, but if I would just say this is more like for the hardcore horror fans, not for the casual goers. But let me know what y'all think. If you saw Primate, let me know what you thought of the movie. Let me know what you thought of the review. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you for the next one.